my name is Sarah. Thanks for coming along. So we're in the beginning of June, and here in San Diego, things are just only going to start getting hotter. I've been out kind of puttering around in the yard, and there's been a couple things that I found that were kind of interesting. Figured I'd just give you an update on a couple of things that I've done around here, so I figured let's go ahead and check those out. So let's go. So this arrangement right here that I did is still one of my favorites. I probably put it up a couple months ago, maybe even a month and a half ago, but it's just all a bunch of different little lithops. Pretty much hangs out here underneath the patio. I rarely ever water it. It's just very happy and cute, and it's literally one of my favorites at the moment. The other one I'm finding interesting is this arrangement of Haworthias I did up, I would say even only a couple weeks ago maybe. So if you notice, this Haworthia right here has kind of changed its color. It was a nice vibrant green like this one, and I accidentally kind of forgot about it for only a few days, left it out, and it got full sun for a few days, and it kind of just basically turned this opaque almost color. So it really does need more shade. Should not have left it out in the sun, but I did. And once this gets back to the shade, it'll, green back up to normal. But just don't forget, some of the Haworthias, they really don't like to be in full sun. So try to protect them as much as possible, so especially when we're getting into our more hotter summer months in a lot of part of the country. And the other plant I'm really liking right now is this arrangement down here. Super, super cute. So these, I believe they're sedums, but it's just really filled in really well. I've never had very good luck with these sedums. They always just seem to die on me, but this area I stuck it, cat's trying to jump up. This area I put it is getting a lot more shade than I've tried previously, and it's really enjoyed the shade. Sometimes you just need to move your arrangements around and find out that they need more shade than you were giving them. And the other thing I discovered is, unfortunately, this beautiful Echeveria bloom has a whole bunch of little aphids, mealybugs also in there, and that's the one thing you do need to watch out for is the bugs do love the blooms. So I'm going to be cutting this off and getting rid of it because it's also kind of started to spread, gone into the middle of those Echeverias, started to spread over to that one. So definitely just kind of watch your plants and take care of them, because it's really easy for infestation to happen and then you're kind of in trouble. And then also these are looking really gorgeous, these aeoniums. One of my favorite aeoniums, the sunburst aeoniums. They don't tend to go summer dormant like most aeoniums. They keep that nice rosette form. So they are one of my favorites because of that. And let's see here, what else is there? Oh, this bench. So my mom found it for free on the side of the road. So I'm going to, for right now, he's great to hold some plants because you can still water on him, but I'm going to strip him down and do something brilliant with him. But super cute, and it's for free, so you really can't beat that. Okay, so this over here is also what I'm really excited about. So this was put in mid-April, I believe. We're now in June. It's really filled in pretty well. Some things have some little sun damage, but all of this right here, I'm going to be cutting down. So these are actually stinging nettle, and I've been drying them for tea. So I kind of let them ride just until I was ready to dry them. And then over here, this is what I think is just looking absolutely gorgeous. Never mind the stinging nettle is also going to be coming out. But over here, it's just filling in really, really nicely. And I'll see if I can find previous video of what this is. Otherwise, I'll just insert the previous video as opposed to just pictures. But this Echeveria, it's a Sahara. It has opened up so nicely. When I put it in, it was all scrunched up and looked not very happy at all. And he's really just expanded, looking a lot prettier. So I'm really liking that. These can tend, can tend to get a little big. So I might have to move this eventually, but for right now, really excited about that. So those are the kind of main things I'm liking here. Over here in the wheelbarrow, so these are just looking so gorgeous on the side. They're looking really huge and big. They definitely, the top is not looking as well, but it's getting a lot of sun. So I might just put something here to make it not look so ugly. But these are looking really good. And then also the string of bananas that I had planted, that I wasn't expecting anything to survive, in all sincerity. So a lot of stuff did die. This is all dead growth, but I'm really excited this did come back. So eventually with time, this will all look really nice. And in general, this is all just looking super cute. Oh, I also forgot to show you guys this. So this over here, so this aloe has a few more babies that popped up, and then he's getting ready to throw off a bloom spike. So he's getting ready to bloom, so that'll look really pretty whenever that decides to happen. They seem to take a long time to bloom the aloes. It seems like you see a bloom spike and then it takes like a couple months, it seems, for me anyway, before they start popping up. But these little kiwis are doing great. Red ives, little golems in the back. I'm really surprised the stinging nettle has lasted as long as it did, in all sincerity. And then the other thing was my kind of potting area that's been, look at how gorgeous this jasmine is right now. It really is supposed to be trailing up to the top, but it hasn't. Never got around to doing that, but it's just blooming amazing. It smells so great. But this right here, so never mind all the little potting stuff behind, but this is my Jurassic Kale, Kalenchoe Jurassic Kale. Well, when I had done a video on it, which I will link below, I had mentioned how in the research I found, once it blooms, it dies back, which I will say looks to be the case, unfortunately. And this right here, so what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to cut all these little pieces off. These are all individual little new pieces of plant. So I'm just going to take this whole thing, put it in soil, and see what happens. And we'll go from there, because this is what the actual plant looks like. They have these really neat little boat shaped leaves. Here's a better. This is like the last little piece that's looking nicely. So that's kind of cool. But this whole thing is dying. So that was interesting. The other thing that was really cool over here on my shelves is this is blooming so beautifully. Look at that. It's just gorgeous. So even more blooms to come. Like the whole thing is just a big, and this literally sits underneath the shelves. I don't think he's gotten water in, let's say, 4 months or more, because he doesn't get any rainwater, and I don't really water him ever either. That's a nice thing about cactus. Very much leave it and forget it. So he's over there looking extremely happy. And oh, this is gorgeous too. I'm gonna be repotting him up soon. But look at this. This is an Echeveria sea dragon. So beautiful. Just the coolest looking Echeveria ever. So he's one of my favorites. Also need to plant that up. That's actually kind of it. I'm just starting to get back planting some more. I need to start watering my veggies. I was kind of gone for a couple of days and we had a little hot spell, so everything went downhill. But this is kind of exciting. So over here I've got Brussels sprouts, and I'm sure most people know this. I didn't, because I've never actually seen it happen. So here is Brussels sprouts. They just grew up a stalk. Like I said, most people probably know all of this about Brussels sprouts. This was a new experience for me, so that's kind of exciting. It's kind of late in the season for these little guys, so we'll see how well these actually do, because they're still really tiny for Brussels sprouts. I mean, they're like the size of a finger. So this one's not bad though. Not very firm though. Anyways,